First of all, I'd like to say Wake Forest got, like I said, coming in. They're a very good football team. An outstanding defensive football team. Offensively, they usually don't turn it over. We were able to create some turnovers today. Special teams, they did a great job. They're a veteran team, on defense especially. We knew going in was going to be very tough. But we didn't play as well as we needed. Our defense was outstanding. My hat's off to our defense. They were outstanding. I mean, played the run tremendously well, pressured the quarterback, contested throws, created turnovers, created opportunities. And when they were put it back against the wall, they played their tails off. Can't ask enough. They're getting healthy. They're getting better. They're playing better, playing with more confidence. Those young guys keep playing, keep adding more guys. Very, very happy with their progress and what they're doing right now. Offensively, didn't do it. You got yards, didn't finish drives. Had drives to finish, had a couple guys open the first time, just had protection issues, not always offensive line, sometimes a back or a tight end or different things. Had throws we could have made and didn't finish drives. And I knew that was going to be a key going in because Wake stretches the game out. They get a couple first downs, that you run it, and you never hit big plays because the way they play defense, they play the big umbrella and a lot of things underneath, and milks the clock. And if you don't score touchdowns in the red zone, it gets to be a very tight game, just like it did. If you can score some touchdowns, you did. And that's what hopefully we could have scored 2 or 3 more touchdowns right down there. Would have been in great shape. Kind of game would have played out about like I thought it was going to. That's the way it always, they do a great job of playing to each other. We got to do a better job. Too much pressure on DeAndre up front, but he played pretty decent, had one mistake right there, and then had a fumble at the end. I wish could have held on, but we had guys coming open, and this happened. We missed some blocks and didn't do the things we needed to do. But at the end of the day, we won a football game in a tight situation, so very proud of our guys for that regime. A lot of young guys that fought through things and kept grinding. 2 first downs at the end, 2 or 3 first downs at the end were very critical. I don't know how many we got, 2 or 3, I couldn't remember. But ate a lot of clock up right there. Defense played smart, and we managed and got out of the football game. So a good win. Got to heal up now. We're banged and bruised and have been for a while after last week's game and this game. Get a week to heal up. Have some great practice this week, clean some things up, get ready to go down the stretch because we got some great football teams coming. Clemson, NC State, Boston College, Syracuse, and Florida. So it's going to be a heck of a run. This league is turned in, as you all say, like I said, this is a heck of a football league now, guys. There's a lot of good teams, a lot of good players, and you're going to have to play your A game every week. We need to get healthy and get ready to go. So, questions?
You mentioned you have to heal up. How's Bobo? Saw him walking back out on crutches.
I don't know. I have to wait and see.
Jimbo, Miami lost today. How much did that game take out of both teams, you think?
It does. I mean, those games do, but that wasn't it today. I mean, that was Wake Forest playing good on our part. I don't know about the Miami, North Carolina. I can't speak for them. But those games do take it out of you, but that's not an excuse, and you got to play them every week. And my had nothing to do with our performance today. We had opportunities to make them. We didn't make them, and Wake made it what happened today to us. But I don't know. But in their case, I don't know.
With that in mind, how good is it you get out of here with a win going into the bye?
Huge. I mean, it's huge. I mean, I gotta say, every game in college football now, you see them, man. Everything's coming to the wire. There's good football players everywhere. There's good teams. There's good coaches. Guys are playing well, and the ability. Don't ever underestimate the ability to win football games. Don't ever underestimate the ability to win football games.
Jimbo, it seems like Erman Lane is really kind of found a spot back there.
He's more natural on that side of the ball than he is on the offensive side of the ball. And I don't mean that in any disgrace. The guy is playing very natural, making tackles, being physical, found a home, got hope. I mean, playing good football. I mean, you talk about timing it up just perfect.
So to follow up on that, you've had a lot of guys move positions over your career. You had a guy that fast in just a few weeks start.
Not quite like that. That's what's amazing because when you're talking about how you spin down, the way you coverage with leverage and 2 deep and 3 deep, and people don't realize football today is not simple. Up front sometimes you can get a little simple, turn a guy loose, but when you're in the secondary and you're a safety because you're required to make calls and checks and you're average and you're leveraging and the guy's done a tremendous job. When you
recruited him, did you think he had?
Oh, yeah. A lot of those guys, we like to recruit guys that we think can swing both ways in that body type. There's no doubt I didn't think he couldn't. You know what I'm saying? But we thought he was going to be a receiver and ended up being a DB.
Aside from USF, of course, Charleston Southern seems like first half's kind of been a little bit of a sticking point for this team offensively. What do you think it's been?
Well, you go back. The first half, Ole Miss, we did a little bit. We haven't had 3 and out till today. Today's the first 3 and out. You at least want to change field possession. Charleston Southern, we scored. Who was the third game? Louisville, we moved it and then got the sack and then scored the next 2. Who was the fourth one? South Florida did it. North Carolina, we actually went down and had 3 field goals. You say you didn't score, but if you kick 3 field goals and score 9 points in the first quarter, it's still a good deal. Then last week at Miami, we missed a cut. If Dalvin hits the first 3rd and 1, it's a touchdown. It's a walk-in. He just missed a cut. Second drive, we're moving it, and he dropped the ball on the empty play. It set us back, and then we scored. And then this week, 3 and out, they busted our tail. So it's not as you got to finish drives, but it's just part of it. Got to get better at it. Got to work on it. We try to script them, do everything, come out, energy. Got to play better. Now on defense, remember they were starting slow. Now they're starting good. So we just got to Got to keep going. Just keep playing and coaching and doing what we're doing.
I know last year you talked a little bit about, hey, with these first halves, it was guys trying to be too perfect, and then they got it in the second half. Is it still that, or is it something?
No, ain't that. I mean, we play well and play bad. I mean, that's good teams you're playing some good people too. Like I say, North Carolina, if you kick 3 field goals, is it that bad? Miami, if you make a cut. I mean, it's not drastic. It's just you got to execute what you're doing and do what we do.
Jimbo, how encouraging was it after the game last week for your defense to come out and play as hard and
Oh, it played great today. They did. They just controlled the line of scrimmage. Getting them guys healthy up front's making a difference. Our defensive front. I mean, and becoming, playing like they can play. And very proud of them. Man, you talk about situations they got put in today, and man, they played their tails off. Covered, did everything.
you were worried about the relief syndrome, and they didn't seem to show.
No, they didn't. They didn't. We didn't show relief syndrome either. I'm gonna tell you, Wake's a very good defensive football team. You can say it all you want. And how they play, they stop you from creating big plays. You know what I'm saying? The way they play. They don't give up very many big plays. They make you execute. And if you get to the red zone, like I say, and kick field goals, then that's when you get in a dogfight with them.
Jimbo, you said Travis was playing well, but the catches weren't there. How good was it to see?
Really good. I mean, got moved around, got the ball to him, which he did. And, because there's some balls that DeAndre could have thrown to him the last couple of weeks. It just happened to, had 2 guys open and picked another guy. You know what I'm saying? But it was good. How many do you have there? 13. That's great. I said he's been playing good football. I mean, he really has. So, good to get him back.
Playing good football, but what does it do for players' confidence to have that validation in this?
Oh, no doubt. Anytime you go get numbers, you look at it, makes you feel good, makes you play good, knowing you're doing it. I mean, it validates it, though. You hit the word right on the head. Kind of validates what coaches are telling you, saying, well, is he really saying that? Am I really doing it, or am I not? You know what I'm saying? Because you think, well, am I not getting the ball? But that's where you got to keep believing, and that's why I say his maturity came through. So instead of saying, well, no, I'm not, he just keeps doing what he's doing. All of a sudden, now the balls came to him.
But the defense is also making some big plays. They're changing the game a little bit.
Sacks, difference makers up front. Stop 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13 on a run, getting a loss. You know what I mean? Winning the sticks game, which is, that's the name of the game. And that's what we didn't do today. We got behind the sticks at times. And like I said, we moved the ball. We had 442 yards, but they had 252. It had sacks, created turnovers. It was great. That's one thing they're doing this year is creating turnovers. And now they're getting pressure on the quarterback.